Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSC department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the subject of software engineering, and today we will cover the topic of cohesion and coupling. So, student, let's start about the cohesion and coupling topics. In this topic, we will cover software design basics, coupling and cohesion, types of coupling and cohesion, some highly coupled and loosely coupled and uncoupled, what are the ranges of our cohesion and coupling, and the difference between cohesion and coupling. We will cover in this slide. So student, let's start. What is software design basics? The software design is a process to transform users' requirement into some suitable form which helps the programmer in software coding and implementation. Now, for accessing user requirement, an SRS, that is software requirement specification document, is created, whereas for coding and implementation, so there is need of more specific and detailed requirement in software term, so the output of the process can directly be used into implementation in programming languages. In software design, it is the first step of SDLC, that is the software design lifecycle, which moves the concentration from program domain to solution domain, and it tries to specify how to fulfill the requirements mentions in SRS, that is software requirement specification. So here are the some software design levels are. Software design levels are rated into different three levels. First is architecture design. The architecture design is the highest abstract version of the system. It identifies the software as a system with many components interacting with each other. So at this level, the designer gets the idea of proposed solution domain. So next is the cohesion and coupling. Next three levels are not related to your subject, so I have not mentioned in the slide. Only the architecture design is related to your subject. So next topic is cohesion and coupling. When a software program is modularized, its tasks are divided into several modules, which is based on some characteristics. So as we know, modules are set of instructions put together in order to achieve some task. They are thought considered as a single entity but may refer to each other to work together. So there are measures by which the quality of a design of module and their interaction among them can be measured. So these measures are called coupling and cohesions. Here are the some characteristics of good design. Here you can see it is highly coupled and it is low coupled. Some characteristics of good design are component independent, means it may be high cohesion or low coupling, exceptions identification and handling, fault prevention and fault tolerance, and design for change. All are the characteristics of our good design. So next is the coupling, a degree of dependence among component. Here in this slide you can easily understand highly coupled may dependencies, means these are the different modules and these modules are correlated with each other. In loosely coupled, some dependencies you can see, these are the different models, they are correlated, they are dependent with each other, but this module is not dependent on this one and this module is not dependent on this one. So in no dependencies means every module work independently, they are not related with each other. So highly coupled makes modifying part of the system difficult. For example, modifying a component that affects all the components to which the component is connected. So, in coupling, the degree of interdependence between two modules. It is measure that defines the levels of interdependability among modules of a program, which tells what level of the module interfere and interact with each other. The lower the coupling, the better the program. So we can say coupling is the measure of the interdependencies of one module to another. Module should have low coupling, and low coupling minimize the ripple effect where changes in one module cause occur in another module. Some loosely coupled make it possible to understand one class without reading another, change one class without affecting other. Thus, it improves maintainability of the modules. So, coupling is measure of the independence of components. They are related to cohesion, but it is an indication the strength of interconnections between the components in a design. In coupling, it is the degree of interdependencies between software modules which measures how closely connected two routines or modules and how the strength of the relationship between modules. So, coupling is contracted with cohesions and low coupling often correlated with high cohesion and vice versa. Thus, the coupling is a measure that defines the levels of interdependability among modules of a program. It tells at what level the module interfere and interact with each other. Then we can say the lower the coupling, the better the program. Highly coupled means these type of system have interconnections with program units depend on each other. These are the high coupled modules. Here in this slide you can understand module A, module B, module C and module D. How module A interact with B and how B is interact with A. How A module interact with C and C module interact with A. Same with C interact with D and D interact with C. And here is the same A to B interconnected, and this B to C is also interconnected with interdependent with each other. So it is the highly coupled. In loosely coupled system, it is made up of components which are independent or almost independent. In this, less dependencies are available. Here you can understand module A interact with module B, but module B is not dependent on module A. Same with module C. Module A depend on module C, but module C is also depend on A. Here B module is dependent on module D and D is related with B. But module D is interact with C, but C is not interdependent on module D. So it is the diagram of our loosely coupled. Now low coupling. Let's take a little bit example. Here are the some classes. So how let try to understand with the little bit example of highly coupled how the classes are highly coupled and how the classes are loosely coupled. So it is very simple form is the degree to which one class is connected to each other. If class is highly coupled, then you are bounded to use or edit rest of the connected classes where only editing one class could have served the purposes. Example of highly coupled is shown in the below image, where one more classes are depend on quite a few other classes. So here are the different classes, and you can understand how they are related with, how they are connected to each other classes. Now, types of coupling. There are different types of coupling I have mentioned in the slide. First, content coupling, common coupling, external coupling, control coupling, message coupling, data coupling, and last is the stamp coupling. These are the type of coupling. So, here is the classification of coupling. You can understand that data, stamp, control, common and content all are the types of coupling. When we move from data to content side, the coupling here is the low coupling and here is the high coupling. The rate of coupling will increases from left to right. So content coupling will be the high and the data coupling will be the low. Now in uncoupled means the component have interconnect at all, means no dependency between the modules. So it is the example or diagram of uncoupled. These are the different module A, B, C, D, and they are not interconnected with each other. Here are no dependencies between the modules, and here are no relationship between different modules, means they are not sharing any kind of data and information with different modules because they are uncoupled. Here are the range of coupling measures. The data coupling is low. Here we will increase upward, then the highest coupling will increase. So content coupling is the high in nature and data coupling is the low in nature. It is the range of coupling measures. Now content coupling, when one component actually modifies other, is known as content coupling. We can say the modified component is completely depend on the modified one, is known as the content coupling. Here you can understand these are the A, B, C, D, E are the modules, where A module related with B module and C is related with D and E module. Here you can understand how B module interact with D, and D module contains some components, how these component involve B is involved with D, and some B module contains some contents components, how they related with D also. So it is the diagram that you can easily understand the module interaction or module sharing of component, how they are interdependent with each other and how they are not interdependent with each other. Some common coupling, we can reduce the amount of coupling somewhat by organizing our design so the data are accessible from a common data store. Here are the some component X which change V1 to 0, component Y which increment by value, component Z which contain the value of V2 and A1. So these are the some variables, some global and local variables I have assigned, and how these variables are interact with different modules, how they modules are common in different modules that we will use in our software design process or in the during the software design. Now next is the control coupling. When one component passes parameter to control the activity of another control, or we can say there is control coupling between two modules, is known as control coupling. Now next is the stamp coupling. When data structure is used to pass information from one component to another, or we can say when data structure is used to pass information from one module component to the another module component. Such process of sharing data from basic component to component, from module to module, is known as stem coupling. Data coupling: if only data is passed, the components are connected by data coupling. In cohesion, now next topic is the cohesion. Cohesion is measured that defines the degree of interdependability within elements of a module. The greater the cohesion, the better is the program design. So it measures all the strength of functional relatedness of elements within a module, or you can say it refers to the dependencies within and among a module that are the internal element. Internal elements may be data, function, and internal module. So that process of dependency within the module is called to be the cohesion. And one of the most important thing is, greater the cohesion, the better is the program design. Cohesion is a natural extension of the information hiding concept, and we can say a cohesion module perform a single task within a software procedure which requiring little interaction with procedures being performed in another part of a program. Simply state, a cohesion module should ideally do just one thing, that we always strive of high cohesion, although the mid range of spectrum is often acceptable. So cohesion is defined to the degree to which the element of module belong each other. Thus cohesion measures the strength of relationship between pieces of functionality within a given module. The cohesion of a component is measures of the closeness of the relationship between its components, and we can say it is a natural extension of hiding the information. So it also performs some single task within a software procedure requiring little interaction with procedures being performed in another part of a program, or it may represent as a spectrum which always strives for high cohesion, although the mid range of spectrum is often acceptable. So we can say the scale for cohesion is non-linear. Here high cohesion make it easier to understand what a class or method does, use descriptive names, and reuse classes or methods, which makes it high cohesion, and it is more useful for software design. Here are the different type of cohesions are: functional cohesion, sequential cohesion, communication cohesion, procedure cohesion, and last is the logical cohesion. These are the type of cohesions. So let's start learn about one by one about the cohesion or the types of the cohesions. Here are the some classifications of cohesion. Here coincidental is the low cohesion, whereas the functional is the highly cohesive in nature. So it also explains the range of cohesions. So coincidental shows low cohesion, whereas when we move upward from logical, temporal, procedure, communicational, sequential, and last is the functional informational, which contain the high cohesive in nature. Coincidental means the worst degree of cohesion is found in a component whose parts are unrelated to one another. So it is low cohesive in nature. In logical cohesion, it is the next higher level of cohesion where several logically related functions or data elements are placed in same components. Temporal cohesion means sometimes a component is used to initialize system or a set variables. Such a component performs several functions in a sequence, but the functions are related by the timing involved, so its cohesion is temporal. In procedure cohesion, when a function are grouped together in a component just to ensure the order of the component is procedurally cohesive in nature. In communication means the way how they interact with each other with different modules. So in this cohesion, it destroys the modularity and functional independencies of the design. In sequential cohesion, if the output of one part of a component is input to the next part, so the component has performed in a sequential manner. So that process of one part of component of input is the next part component of the output. So it provide a sequential manner of the component. So that process is known as sequential cohesion. Here are the some example of a cohesion you can easily understand. Function A which contain function B, C, D, E, that is coincidental part of unrelated with each other. In function it A includes some subparts, that is the logical similar functionality. Now in temporal released by time means we temporarily assign the module names, and in procedurally related by order of functions means they provide some sequential and order way that is related to function A, B, C. So they maintain the order of functions. So these are the example of our cohesion. Now next is the difference between cohesion and coupling. Remember student, it is one of the very important question according to your examination. 100% you will find in your this question in your final exam. The question will be what is the difference between cohesion and coupling. So student, let's start read about or understand about the difference between cohesion and coupling. I have cleared what is cohesion, what are the types of cohesion, what are coupling, what are the types of coupling. So let's learn more about cohesion and coupling with the help of difference. So first, in cohesion, cohesion is the indication of the relationship within module, where coupling is the indication of the relationship between modules. It is within module and it is between modules. It shows the module's relative functional strength, where it shows the relative independence among the modules. Cohesion is the degree or quality to which a component or module focused on the single thing, and in coupling it is the degree to which a component or module is connected to other modules. Next, in cohesion, while designing, you should strive for high cohesive, that is a cohesive component or module that focus on a single task. That means single mindedness with little interaction with other modules of the system. Some cohesion is intra-module concept. Now in coupling, while designing, you should strive for low coupling, means dependencies between modules should be less. So coupling is inter-module concept and it is the intra-module concept. So students, it is overall about the cohesion and coupling difference. I hope you understand about the cohesion and coupling difference. Let's revise once again. Cohesion is the relationship within modules and it is a relationship between modules. It is relatively functional strength where it is relatively the independent strength. The cohesion of degree is focused on a single thing, where it it's in the coupling it is the degree to which focused on their components of different modules. In cohesion, it is intra-module concept and in coupling it is the intra-module concept. Intra-module concept and inter-module concept, that is the main difference between all these things. And in this difference you can easily understand it is designed for high cohesive in nature and it is designed you should strive for low coupling between the modules, that should be less, and in this the between the interaction with module is very high. So it is all about the difference between cohesion and coupling. So student, before going to end the session and the slides, let's take a little bit revision what we have covered in our slide. So let's take a little bit overview about what we have done in our slide. So in this slide, firstly we have covered some basic software design part and how what are the levels. So first level is related to your subject. Next two levels I have not mentioned in the slide. Now next we have learned about the concept of cohesion and coupling, which measure we can say which measure the quality of design of modules and their interaction among them can be measured. So such process, such method is known as coupling and cohesion. Here we have done some characteristics of a good design in cohesion and coupling between highly coupled and loosely coupled. What are the characteristics? These are the some degree of dependency among the components which shows no dependencies. Highly coupled means many dependencies. Loosely coupled means some dependencies. And here we have covered the term definition of coupling, what make it possible. Loosely coupling, what make it possible, we have covered in 3 steps. And we have learned more about coupling, or we can say some definitions, some terms, some introduction part of our coupling we have covered in our slide. And highly coupled, I have also already explained, to interaction interconnection between the modules, they are dependent on each other. And this is the diagram with the help of which you can easily understand these are highly coupled in nature. And loosely couples mean almost independent, not fully dependent. So here is the exam diagram, you can understand they are loosely coupled. Then some example of classes I have explained the low coupling concept. Then we have covered about type of coupling and how data mention some classification, or we can say some degree of low, which one is low, which one is high, how to identify with the help of diagram I have explained. Some uncoupled means no dependencies. So here is the diagram of uncoupled. Then we have done the range of measures of the coupling, and then we learn about content coupling, diagram related to the content coupling. Common coupling I have explained with this global and local variables. With the help of this exam, I have explained about the common coupling, some control coupling, stamp coupling, data coupling. We have covered all the type of coupling. And now next, what is cohesion? We have covered in this slide, which refer to the dependencies within and among the module of internal elements. We have covered about the cohesion, or we can learn more about cohesions, which define the degree of element of a module which belongs to each other is the process is known as, or the definition of the cohesion we have covered in this slide. Then we have covered how cohesion make it easier. Some three steps we have covered in the cohesion. Then we have covered in our slides as a type of cohesion and how it make it low, how make it high, some range of cohesion, or we can say degree to be measured from low to high. And then we covered coincidental cohesion, logical cohesion, temporal cohesion, procedure cohesions, communicational cohesions, sequential cohesions. And here is the example we have explained. I have already explained related on different modules of the cohesions. And at the last of the slide, we have covered the difference between cohesion and coupling. So students, thank you very much for your kind attentions. Thank you students.